So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now, the purpose of this lecture series is twofold. One, we need you to revise your current affairs. You must have covered 5th September 2024's current affairs, either through reading the newspapers or watching our lecture series called Daily News in Shorts. Now is the time to revise those current affairs because consolidation of current affairs is important. And what better way to consolidate your current affairs than by practicing MCQs from it? So your current affairs would get revised through this lecture series. The second purpose is to give you the much needed MCQ practice. And why MCQ practice is important? Well, if you are serious about civil services examination, then you need to clear stage 1, which is the prelim stage. And for clearing prelim stage 1, knowledge is not important, but MCQ practice is important. No matter how much you read, if you haven't practiced MCQs from what you have read, then you won't be able to cross your prelims examination. So, to consolidate your current affairs, we are revising your current affairs and giving you MCQs from it. So, in this lecture series, you will be practicing 4 to 5 MCQs with me on a daily basis. Now, it might look 4 to 5 MCQs. It might look that you are just spending 10 minutes. But 10 minutes per day would amount to 1200 MCQs in 1 year. So by the time you're ready for your prelims examination, you would have 1200 MCQs under your kitty. From current affairs alone, I'm not talking about other static subjects. For that, we'll practice other MCQs. The static subjects like polity, geography, history. We'll practice their MCQs on in a separate lecture series. I'm just talking about current affairs. So you would have practiced 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. You need not worry about current affairs as far as your next year's prelims examination is concerned. All right. So make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. It is very important. Just 10 minutes daily. This atomic habit, just 10 minutes daily, would accumulate to a lot. Okay. All right. Enough of the introduction. Now let's straight away jump to the lecture. Let's start with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding Chandipura Vesculo virus, CHPV. It was first isolated in 1965 in Maharashtra. It is a viral disease that causes acute respiratory syndrome. Okay. Sandflies and ticks are the vector for this virus. Okay. This disease mostly affects under 15 children and has a high fatality rate. How many of the above statements are correct? Now look, recently in Gujarat, there was this epidemic of sorts between the period of July and August. This epidemic was caused by Chandipura virus. Okay, many children died because of this Chandipura virus. Okay, now what is this Chandipura virus? Basically, this is a virus whose technical name is Chandipura vesculovirus, so CHPV. This is a virus that was first isolated in 1965 in Chandipura in Maharashtra. Chandipura is a place in Maharashtra, and that is why it gets its name. That is why it is called Chandipura. All right. So it was first isolated in 1965 in Maharashtra, absolutely correct. And it is a viral disease that causes acute encephalitis syndrome. Encephalitis means your brain starts to swell. Encephalitis syndrome means brain swelling. Okay, so it causes brain swelling. It's not acute respiratory syndrome, acute encephalitis syndrome. And because of this line, this first statement is wrong. Now, this virus enters your body through the bites of sandflies and ticks. So, sandflies and ticks are vectors for this virus, absolutely correct. And this disease mostly affects under 15 children. And it has a high fatality rate. In Gujarat, the fatality rate was 45%. That means 45% of the people who got infected with this virus died. In some places, the fatality rate is even 50 to 70%. And the reason is there is no treatment or vaccine for this virus until now. Okay, but scientists are working on that. So third statement is also correct, only 2D. All right. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct? Hydrogen has a higher energy density than fossil fuels. Green hydrogen is formed by electrolysis of water using renewable energy. Blue hydrogen uses natural gas as raw material for hydrogen gas production. Select the correct option from below. Now look, currently we derive energy from fossil fuels, right? Whether it's cars, whether it's thermal power plants, buses, trains, we derive our energy from fossil fuels. And how do we derive our energy from fossil fuels? We burn them. and energy is produced, right? But along with energy, various polluting gases also get produced, which pollute the environment, which cause global warming, right? Therefore, scientists all over the world, governments all over the world are trying to find alternatives to these fossil fuels. We are experimenting with solar energy, we are experimenting with other electric cars, right? Now, one alternative is instead of burning fossil fuels, you burn hydrogen. Now, the thing with hydrogen is when you burn hydrogen, it also produces energy, of course. And the best part is hydrogen has higher energy density than fossil fuels. That means 1 kg of hydrogen would give more energy as compared to 1 kg of fossil fuels. So it would produce more energy. Plus, it won't produce polluting gases. It would only produce water as a byproduct. So it is a clean fuel. All right. So hydrogen has higher energy density than fossil fuels. Absolutely correct. And it is non-polluting in nature. Now, the thing is, how to get this hydrogen? Now, there are 3 ways of getting this hydrogen. Okay. One is called the green way, under which you separate water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen, right? Now, when you separate water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen, you get hydrogen and you can use that hydrogen for burning. Now, this is known as the green way, and that is why this hydrogen is known as green hydrogen. Okay. Now, this process of separating water is known as electrolysis. And the energy for this electrolysis is gotten through renewable energy, solar, wind, other renewable energy forms, right? So, you use renewable energy and you separate a hydrogen, water molecule through electrolysis, and you get hydrogen. Okay. The other way is called gray way, gray hydrogen. In this, you do not use electrolysis of water. In this, you get hydrogen from natural gas. Okay. So, under the process of gray hydrogen, natural gas is taken. From natural gas, hydrogen is separated and other gases are released as a byproduct. Now, those other gases are carbon oxides. Now, these cause global warming, right? So, in a way, hydrogen is non-polluting, non-global warming causing. But the process of making hydrogen in the case of gray hydrogen releases carbon dioxide and causes global warming. Okay? Because we do not use electrolysis, we use natural gas. So that is why people prefer green hydrogen over gray hydrogen, because yes, gray hydrogen produces hydrogen, but that hydrogen production process is carbon emitting. Okay? The other way is called blue hydrogen. Now, in this also, we use natural gas and hydrogen is produced, carbon compounds are produced. But under blue hydrogen, there is a technology that captures this released carbon dioxide. So, this is non-polluting in nature. All right? Now, green hydrogen is formed by electrolysis of water using renewable energy. Yes. Blue hydrogen uses natural gas as raw material, absolutely, for hydrogen gas production. Yes. But the difference between blue and gray hydrogen is that blue hydrogen has carbon capture technology. All right? So, all 3 statements are correct. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding World Bank. Both World Bank and IMF are collectively known as Bretton Woods institutions. Okay. World Bank is the only specialized agency of United Nations. India is a member of all the 5 institutions under World Bank. All right. Which of the above statements is correct? Now look, World Bank and IMF, they were created in 1944 as a result of a conference in USA. Okay, the place in USA where this conference was held was called Bretton Woods in New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a place in USA. There was this conference called Bretton Woods Conference. In that Bretton Woods Conference, World Bank and IMF were created, and that is why World Bank and IMF are known as Bretton Woods institutions. So this is correct. Okay, they were created in 1944 in Bretton Woods. All right, now United Nations has many specialized agencies: International Labour Organization, International Maritime Organization, Food and Agricultural Organization, World Bank, IMF. Okay, so United Nations has many specialized agencies. World Bank is not the only one. So the only word over here is wrong. So this is false. Now, World Bank is basically called the World Bank Group because there are 5 institutions under World Bank, and together they are known as the World Bank Group. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development is one institution under World Bank. Then International Finance Corporation is an institution under World Bank. Then International Development Agency is an institution under World Bank. Then Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency is under World Bank. And International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes is another institution. Okay, so together these 5 institutions are known as World Bank. Now, India is a member of World Bank, but India is a member of only these 4 institutions. India is not a member of this 5th one. So therefore, this statement, India is a member of all 5 institutions, is incorrect. Okay, and only one is correct. Okay, and last, consider the following statements regarding satellite-based toll collection system. India will implement the Global Navigation Satellite System-based electronic toll collection in the near future. Under this, users will only pay for the stretch they have traveled on the national highway. Which of the above statements are correct? Now look, recently Ministry of Road Transport and Highways announcement. They said that currently for toll collection we use FASTag, right? But now we will shift to satellite-based toll collection. Now those satellites would be a part of Global Navigation Satellite System. Okay, India's NAVIC or IRNSS, right? So we'll have satellites used for navigation and they will track a vehicle and they will collect automatically toll from your account. You don't need FASTag for that. So in future, we are going to use satellite-based toll collection and replace FASTag with it. Okay. Now the benefit of GNSS satellite-based toll collection is that if you only travel for 2 kilometers on a highway and then you cross a toll, you'll have to pay the full amount. Okay. And if someone travels 50 kilometers on a highway and that person is crossing the toll booth, he'll also pay the full amount. So why should a person traveling 2 kilometers pay as much as a person traveling 50 kilometers on a highway, right? That's how the system is. But under Global Navigation Satellite System, satellite-based toll collections, your toll would be collected or calculated on the basis of distance you have traveled on a national highway. So this is the benefit. Both statements are correct. All right. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I hope it added value to your preparation, though it would add more value if you're consistent and regular with this lecture series. By the way, if you want to download the entire PDF file for this lecture, along with detailed solutions to the questions we discussed today, right? If you want detailed solutions, you can download that PDF file from our Telegram channel. The link to our Telegram channel is given in the comment section below. So check that link out, go to our Telegram page and download this PDF. Okay. On that note, I'll be signing off. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.